set.
I'm Jody Relkin, and welcome to Hotline Halftime. And today, we've got Chad Schuler here with us. Whoops, I messed up.
Take two.
Okay, are we ready?
Quiet on the set.
I'm Jody Relkin, and welcome to Hotline Halftime. Husky spirit has always been alive, but this year it's burning brightly. The class of 1995 gave a Husky dog outfit to Port Huron Northern as their senior gift. And wearing the Husky dog outfit this year is Chad Schuler. Welcome to Hotline Halftime, Chad.
Hi.
We were just wondering, how did you get to be the Husky this year?
Well, as you already said, the seniors last year gave it to the school for their senior gift. So over the summer, I thought about it, and I thought I really would like it. So I got a hold of Miss Dent, the cheerleading coach, and just asked if I could do it. And she said there was nobody else in line for it. So she told me to show up for some practices, and I've been the mascot ever since.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and the costume looks very interesting. Does it take up a lot of your extra time?
No, not really. I got it all planned out for the whole week. Like a certain amount of days go to the band, and then the other days I practice with the mascot costume on.
And as you said, you got the job because you called and you asked about it, but do you think that next year there should be tryouts for the Husky?
Oh, definitely. I've talked to a lot of people, and they said they want to be the mascot next year. So, yeah, I think they should have tryouts, like come in, and then whoever does the best stuff with it should be the mascot next year.
What kind of things are you working on with the cheerleaders?
Right now, we're working on, I put some of them up into a mount on my shoulders and everything. And right now we're working on a special routine for the pep rally, September 29th. It's going to be a special thing we're doing. It's going to blow everyone away.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Well, thank you for coming today, and good luck being the Husky this year. And that's all for homework. Never mind, since I just messed up.
Oh my gosh, man.
Those two H's, they just messed me right up.
We were done too.
Take three.
No.
Can I just say the end again? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You've got, oh.
Can't we just like tape her at the end saying?
No, we gotta start over again.
Sorry. Hotline halftime. I almost said homework hotline. That's all for homework hotline. People would be like, oh, okay, the show's over. Let's just turn it off. No more help with our homework tonight.
Quiet on the set. Jody, don't cross your legs and swing. That's what she said.
We heard her.
Don't cross your legs and get your hand up from underneath it. Which one? Oh. Quiet on the set.
I'm Jody Relkin, and welcome to Hotline Halftime. Husky spirit has always been alive, but this year it's burning brightly as this class of 1995 gave Port Huron Northern a Husky dog outfit as their senior gift. This year, Chad Schuler is our Husky dog. Hi, Chad. Welcome to Hotline Halftime.
Hi.
We were just wondering how you got to be the Husky this year.
Well, like you said, the seniors last year bought Northern the Husky mascot. So over the summer, I heard that, so I got a hold of Miss Dent, the cheerleading coach, and asked if she had anybody lined up for the job, and she told me no. So I showed up to some of the practices, and then ever since then, I've just been the mascot.
Well, the costume looks really fun and interesting to wear. Does it take up a lot of your extra time after school?
Not really, because I have it planned out between my band practices, and then I go to mascot practices about 3-4 days a week.
Are you in the marching band?
Yes.
Well, and I know the marching band performs at the football games, and does the Husky perform at the football games also?
Yeah, I have to run between, like I wear the mascot costume for about the first and half of the second quarter, and then I go do halftime with the band. Then I have to run back and get dressed back into the mascot costume for the third and fourth quarter.
So it's also a lot of work being the Husky.
Yeah.
What kind of things are you working on with the cheerleaders?
Right now, we're working on mounts where I put them up my shoulder, and they're teaching me some of the cheers so I can do it with them. And right now, we're working on something special for the pep rally September 29th. It's going to be really cool.
And as you said before, you just called to get the job as the Husky, so do you think that next year there should be tryouts for the costume?
Oh, definitely, yeah. A lot of people say they want to be the mascot next year, and I think we should have tryouts so that way they come and we choose which one has the best techniques to be the mascot.
Okay, well, thank you for coming today on Hotline Halftime, and good luck being the Husky. That's it for Hotline Halftime. We hope to see you next time.
Okay. Okay, do it again. New show, take one. Okay.
Hold on.
Hold.
Holding.
I gotta get a establishing. Yeah.
My hair look good, or is it messed up?
Oh, you're looking fine.
To be messed up.
It's
Hello, darling. Welcome to this new show that we don't have a name for.
The table.
I'll go.
I see.
Oh,
He's got-
Quiet on the side.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our 31st Annual Senior Assembly. Parents, relatives, and friends, thank you for your encouragement, support, and most importantly, your love for this class of 1996. And with that, I have good news and bad news. The good news, it's wonderful to see so many parents and relatives here. The bad news is, obviously, we have limited space here, but we certainly appreciate your being here. And more importantly, thank you for your support and encouragement. To the staff, your dedication, professionalism, and caring for these kids has been proved right here with 339 fine young people who are going to be graduating from Port Huron Northern High School on Tuesday evening. Most importantly, the members of the class of 1996, we are very proud of your academic, social, and co-curricular accomplishments. Your success did not come by accident. Hard work, determination, attitude, and a willingness to sacrifice are part of your success. Northern High School is a better place because of you. Thank you for your individualism, and thank you most importantly for being you. I present to you the class of 1996. Congratulations, we're all very proud of you. Now I present Miss Melissa Petty, President of the class of 1996.
Thank you, Mr. Goldsworthy. I would like to welcome all of you today and thank you for being a part of this important day. There's a very special person I'd like to honor at this time, Mrs. Laura Jacobs, our class advisor. I can't even begin to tell you how much she's done for us. She's an enormous asset to our class, and we care deeply for her. Please give her a round of applause for all her hard work and dedication. Thank you so much, Mrs. Jacobs. Now, I'd like to introduce the Mistresses of Ceremony, Senior Class Vice President Rachel Kearns, and Senior Class Secretary Bobby Jo Smith.
First of all, we'd like to introduce Mr. Chapman. He has been there for us a lot during the past 4 years.
Right now, he'll be introducing the honor students.
Thank you, ladies. I just want to say this is a really special class. Wonderful academic students, very talented, a really special group to me, and probably the quickest study for marching in the last 2 days that we've ever had in the time that I've been involved. So I thank you for your hard work, your focus, and for doing such a good job. Thank you. The co-valedictorians of the class of 1996 with perfect 4.0 cumulative grade point averages are, and I would ask that they stand, and audience, please hold your applause until they're standing. Okay, Amy Brown, Catherine Devendorf, Shelley Frohart, Carrie Hall, and April Strauss. Congratulations. The salutatorian of the class of 1996 with a 3.974 grade point average is Amy Strauss. Thank you. 3 years ago, Northern established a new tradition by recognizing their academic top 20 of the class of 1993. This year's academic top 20 are wearing blue and gold medals signifying their outstanding academic success. I ask that each recipient stand and remain standing when your name is read. And audience, please hold your applause until all the members of Northern's academic top 20 have been announced. Andrea Burnell, Kristen Casper, Tiffany Datema, Stacy Lapish, Tricia Stein, Tyson Smith, Eric Prouse, Andrew Horvath, Hillary Bridge, Mark Fuga, Sam Razanen, Sarah Slowinski, Syra Saeed, Rachel Abernathy, Anna Jean McCabe, Ashraf Joseph, Ali Ahmad, Kevin Hinton, Adam Bennett, and Robert Lopez. Congratulations, Academic Top 20. A select group of high school seniors has maintained a high school grade point average of 3.5 or better throughout 7 semesters here at Northern. They have been awarded pins, academic letters, or gold bars signifying academic excellence by the Greater Port Huron-Marysville Chamber of Commerce. When the name of the academic honor student is announced, he or she should stand and remain standing until all awards are made. Once again, audience, if you'll wait until all the names are read. It's a big group. This is an academic class. Rachel Abernathy, Ali Ahmad, Michelle Allen, Jason Anderson, Elizabeth Artman, Adam Bennett, Mackenzie Bauer, Elizabeth Brandt, Hillary Bridge, Amy Brown, Andrea Burnell, Suzanne Cameron, Kristen Casper, Dana Catlett, Carolyn Crawford, Tiffany Datema, Catherine Diefendorf, Michelle Frohart, Mark Fuga, Tammy Goulette, Karen Grinder, Carolyn Hall, Kevin Hinton, Andrew Horvath, Jackie Hughes, Ashraf Joseph, Sarah Kovach, Trina Lakin, Stacy Lapish, Robert Lopez, Anna Jean McCabe, Aaron Norris, Melissa Papanaugh, Eric Prouse, Lucy Preston, Samuel Razanen, John Ruthven, Syra Saeed, Sarah Shippey, Sarah Slowinski, Bobby Joe Smith, Tyson Smith, Tricia Stein, Amy Strauss, April Strauss, Erica Thornton, Timothy Tudzio, Brian Wagner, Lori Westbrook, and Jason Wetzel. Congratulations. Thank you.
Now we would like to introduce Dina Curry and Jessica Gourlay. They're going to take us back to our freshman and sophomore years.
It was September of 1992 when the class of '96 entered the halls of Port Huron Northern to start the legacy of our high school career that would never be forgotten.
We were the new, unsuspecting group of freshmen, driven by the inspiring words of our teen idols Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and Criss Cross, whose backward fashions and I Missed the Bus chorus line became the motto that the DMV forced us to live by. We were confused at first, but that was quickly ended by the selection of our fearless class officers. We chose Dylan Ruiz, Carrie Hall, Missy Petty, and Jason Anderson to lead the way. I guess we never really did figure out what we were doing.
While the world argued the morals of Jack Kevorkian and Murphy Brown, the class of '96 got ready to take on our greatest task yet, Mardi Gras. The theme was Disney films, and being the freshman class gave us the privilege to pick, of course, last. We chose the Jungle Book. Okay, we have our theme, we have our topic. Now we just need to know one thing. What exactly is a wall? Well, it didn't take us long to figure it out, and with the help of our class teamwork, we managed to take second place, although the sophomores' version of Peter Pan was a hot contender.
We tried our hardest, taking second in penny jars, second in the games assembly, and third in Spirit Week. But then came the kart race. Freshman results, disqualified.
Overall results, seniors first, freshmen second, juniors and sophomores third. We ended the week with the selection of the Queen and her court. The 1992-93 Mardi Gras Queen was Allie Lukovich. And our freshman representatives were Angie Campbell and Danielle Kearns.
It was just about time for our first exams ever, and believe it or not, some of us actually studied. Who could forget Mr. Young's version of an exam? Write a list of everything you know about geography and give a brief description. That was easy. I was done in about 10 minutes.
The year of 1993 left many good memories, but it had its bad ones too.
Like our participation in snow?
No, more like Oprah Winfrey's interview with Michael Jackson. Prince Charles and Princess Diana separate, and the wacko from Waco guns down the ATF agent.
What's the ATF?
Don't you remember learning that in POD?
Oh yeah, the area's top fishermen.
The Buffalo Bills lost their third consecutive Super Bowl to the Dallas Cowboys, and Billy Ray Cyrus punished us with his achy breaky heart.
Now back to that snow thing. What better way could there possibly be to end the year than third place in Spirit Week, last place in the Games Assembly, and last overall? The event wasn't a total loss. We had the new snow cane for 1993, Adam Course, joined by the freshman representatives Dylan Ruiz and Steve Wright.
Well, no first year of high school will be complete without finals. By this time, we were all experts, and none or very few of us studied. We took advantage of those half days and spent them hanging out and reminiscing with one single thought running through our heads. Only 3 years left.
Walking through the doors in late August of 1993 as sophomores gave us a little more pride than being freshmen. At least now we could show the lost upcoming freshmen what it felt like. As an underclassman, the only thing good was that most of us got our licenses.
And that's it.
We walked around like idiots, imitating Beavis and Butthead and carrying on about the naked butt and NYPD Blue.
We chose Cam Chapman, Missy Petty, Carrie Hall, and Jason Anderson as our fearless leaders. We must have done something right, because right behind the mighty seniors in Mardi Gras.
While we still talked about Kevorkian as the suicide doctor, the Menendez brothers were making a name for themselves, and at times that thought may have crossed some of our minds.
Mardi Gras wound down as we danced away to groups like Spin Doctors, Stone Temple Pilots, and Pearl Jam. We ended second after, of course, the seniors. The theme for our wall was eras, and our bebop soda shop for the 50s took second. The 1993 Queens Court representatives of the class of '96 were Beth Artman and Danielle Kearns, with Queen Natalie Helwig.
Exam time again, marking the halfway point of our sophomore year. To take a break from studying, some of us went to the show for movies like The Fugitive, Jurassic Park, and Ace Ventura on our half days. We listened to the pleading sobs of Nancy Kerrigan saying,
Why me?
And Tanya Harding looking real innocent. The Chicago Bulls took their three-peat win as the Buffalo Bills took their fourth consecutive loss.
Jason Anderson, Brian Henderson, and Steve Wright were the '96 representatives for snow, with King being Brian Murphy. Seniors, sophomores, freshmen, and juniors were the final results to wrap up the snow extravaganza.
As the year wound down, we were eager for summer. We had to struggle to stay on task and study for exams, when we would much rather be at the beach. Michael Jordan's retirement from basketball to baseball shocked us, but we knew he'd be back, and David Letterman became popular with his top 10 list and gappy teeth.
With the eventful year behind us, we finally were on our way to being upperclassmen. Only 2 years left.
Now here's one of the National Honor Society advisors, Mrs. Murphy. She will be announcing the NHS scholarship recipients.
Thank you, Rachel. Mrs. Irene Hamill and I are extremely proud of our chapter of the National Honor Society. As their co-advisors, we have the privilege of working with 120 of the finest juniors and seniors at Port Huron Northern High School. Led by officers President Shelley Prohart, Vice President Tricia Stein, Secretary Melissa Papanaw, and Treasurer Lucy Preston. Our members were very involved in activities here at Northern as well as out in the community. I was just figuring out how many hours our members gave in service, and I was astounded. Well over 4,000 hours of volunteer service were given this year. To name a few areas of service, our members were involved in tutoring, both in our school and outside, science fairs at various schools, the Ready Teddy program through the Sheriff's Department. They decorated a Christmas tree for the Festival of Trees, and they put smiles on children's faces at Port Huron Hospital with the beautiful Easter baskets they delivered. Our members have learned the value of giving of one's time and talents to help others. And Mrs. Hamill and I often found ourselves amazed at their energy and dedication. In May, at the NHS Scholarship Luncheon, $1,700 was contributed for this year's scholarship award. In addition, our chapter received a $1,000 scholarship donation from Moran Motors for the beautiful, award-winning Christmas tree our members created for this year's Festival of Trees. Each year, the Faculty Council convenes to choose worthy senior NHS members to share in the scholarship award. Their task is difficult, as there are always many worthy members, very worthy of this award. After very serious consideration, the Council decided to divide the $2,700 in scholarship funds 3 ways, to award $900 to 3 very deserving members. Our first winner has served tirelessly as a tutor to many adults as well as students, gladly sharing his gift of intelligence and always willing to volunteer. A check will be written to the University of Michigan to help cover the tuition costs of Sam Raisnett. Our second check will be written out to Hope College to help defer the tuition costs of our Vice President, Tricia Smith. Tricia quietly persisted in all of her assigned tasks and should be especially proud of the Christmas tree and the beautiful Easter baskets. Our third award goes to our president, Shelley Frohart. She will be traveling to Elmira College in New York. Shelley led the membership well through the high standards she has set for herself in academics, character, leadership, and service. In Shelley's mind, no task was too great, as this year the National Honor Society was involved in more school and community activities than ever, largely due to Shelley's efforts. Congratulations, Sam, Tricia, and Shelley, and congratulations to all of our graduating seniors. You have served your school well and your community, and you will be very, very sorely missed. Thank you.
At this time, Rachel Abernathy, Liz Brandt, and Lucy Preston will be introducing our Hall of Fame members.
Members of the Northern Hall of Fame become members by virtue of their position in the class, through election by members of the senior class, and through election by the faculty.
This was a tradition begun by the Student Council. Various graduating classes have chosen to establish additional positions to honor. Inductees, please stand and remain standing until all the names are announced. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names are read.
Senior Class President, Melissa Petty. Student Council President, Carrie Hall.
Mardi Gras Queen, Bobby Jo Smith.
Snow Extravaganza King, Nick Smear. Editors of the yearbook, Hillary Bridge and Dana Catlett.
Valedictorians, Amy Brown, Catherine Devendorf, Shelley Frohart, Carrie Hall, and April Strauss.
Salutatorian, Amy Strauss. Radio Station Program Director, Jody Relkin.
Senior MAC Award recipients, Rick Lopez, and Carrie Hall.
Band President Joshua Cramp. National Honor Society President Shelley Frohart.
Outstanding senior athletes, male Kevin Hinton and female Andrea Kraus.
Seniors elected by class, Jason Anderson, Beth Artman, Rachel Kearns.
Seniors elected by staff, Bethany Kemp, Eric Prouse, and Cyrus Saeed.
Please give them a round of applause.
Now I'd like to introduce Miss Stewart. She will be honoring special student recognition.
Hello, congratulations, seniors. I am a teacher of the TMI program here at Northern High School. It's the program for the trainably mentally impaired. The program's been in existence here at Northern for 5 years, but this is a special day for 3 of my seniors who are moving on from Northern. They've been here 5 years and now they're moving on. The 3 young ladies that I'd like to honor today are Veronica Cantanzero, Jara Levere, and Carrie Harville, who isn't present today. Students in my classroom cannot officially graduate or else their educational services will be terminated. Therefore, my students are moving on to Woodlands Developmental Center. My classroom is a self-contained classroom where the students stay with me all day, every day. We work on different areas that are very different from what normal education students take here at Northern. My classes consist of health and nutrition, safety and first aid, functional academics, basic life skills such as cooking, time, money skills, and math. There's a lot of skills that we work on that students take for granted, and we practice them every day, all week, such as social skills, recreation and leisure, and community awareness activities such as shopping and public transportation usage. You may recognize these students from activities such as muffins, selling muffins in the building, or you may see us coming in and out of the building going to activities and events. A lot of these skills that we're working on outside of the building are consistent with what we're trying to learn in the classroom. For example, the muffins work with cooking skills and money management. When we use the public transportation, it works on money management and social skills out in the community. These girls have worked on a lot of volunteer experiences. For example, Carrie and Jara have worked in the kitchen for several years. Jara's responsible for filling the fruit cups in the kitchen for over 2 years, and we're really proud of that. All 3 of the girls have done volunteer experience at Birchwood Athletic Club, cleaning the club and doing various activities. We were rewarded at the end of the year by the club with a pizza party and pool party, so that was neat too. A lot of you have gotten close to my students, and particularly I'd like to recognize the staff who have gotten close with my students. I really appreciate your support, particularly the administration who's been here all 5 years with them, and my classroom paraprofessional, Mary Davenport. So do me a favor, if you see these students in the hallway, you might want to stop and congratulate them for moving on to Woodlands. Carrie, Veronica, and Jara, Carrie's not here, we'd like to congratulate you on your efforts, your successes, and your future plans. We wish you support and success at Woodlands, and we wish you good luck. We love you, and we'll miss you.
Now we will hear from Michelle Allen and Shelley Frohart. They will be introducing our senior homeroom teachers.
We, the class of 1996, would like to thank all of our homeroom teachers for all their hard work and dedication. These teachers were the first to see our frightened faces every fall. They welcomed us into Northern and will now see us receive our diplomas and enter the real world which stands before us.
Every 6 weeks, these teachers would distribute slips of green and white paper which resulted in either a day of joy or a day of sorrow. These teachers held the garbage bags while we threw out the pop cans swarming with ants and the moldy gym clothes that remained in our lockers throughout the year.
The class of 1996 would like to say goodbye to our homeroom teachers.
Please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all the teachers' names have been read.
Mr. Mike Artman, Mr. Roger Adolph, Mr. Gene Blinn, Ms. Donna Geloit.
Mrs. Debbie Gibbons, Mr. Fred Green, Mr. Mike Hammond, Mr. Dan Hanton.
Mr. Howard Heidemann, Mrs. Debbie Hesterberg, Mrs. Laura Jacobs, Mr. Brian Jameson.
Mr. Ali Wendowski, Mrs. Linda Peedy, Mr. John Snyder, Mr. Jim Stair, and Mrs. Amy Tinsley.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Now here's Jody Relkin and Juan Carlos Alonso. They will be helping us remember our junior and senior years.
At the end of our sophomore year, we elected our newest class officers, President Rory Curtis, Vice President John Shepard, Secretary Nate Tracy, and Treasurer Jason Scotcher. And with that election, we were finally upperclassmen.
Over the summer, on June 12, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman were brutally murdered. O.J. Simpson was accused of the crime, and the shot caused him to start a low-speed car chase in Orange County, California.
On a brighter note, the U.S. crowned the first deaf Miss America, Heather Whitestone.
It was also around this time that we added another movie phrase to our list. Such examples are,
Live long and prosper.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
May the force be with you.
Phone home.
Slater alligator.
And now stupid is as stupid does. Forrest Gump had been running in the theaters for a while, and some of us were seeing it for the 4th, 5th, and even 6th times.
To completely change the subject, Jeffrey Dahmer was murdered by another inmate. He probably threatened to snack on the guy. Human flesh. Yummy.
Then, of course, we've got the baseball strike, like the players don't make enough money anyway. This was the first time in 90 years that the World Series had ceased to exist.
350,000 fans attended Woodstock 2. Tickets were $135 each, but it paid off to see music greats like Bob Dylan and newcomers like Green Day and Nine Inch Nails. Let's not forget the mud wrestling either.
Then the school year started. We entered our junior year with a new policy, closed campus. No more leaving school at lunch, but hey, it wasn't a total loss. We received a jukebox, arcade games, and were even lucky enough to have some fast food restaurants come in and serve us. By the way, whatever happened to those arcade games?
With the motto, Fear Us, the juniors went into Mardi Gras knowing that our wall would be the best, as usual.
The student council chose music as its theme, and 96 picked the Phantom of the Opera.
At the Games Assembly, the class of 96 took first place, and we won the Pep Bone for the 3rd year in a row.
The juniors lost a kart race at the football game, but that's okay. We were used to it by now. Right after the race, Shelley Frohart and Bobby Joe Smith represented our class for Queen's Court.
On Saturday, we put our finishing touches on our wall.
And prepare for the dance. At the dance, the results of Mardi Gras were announced. We earned first place on the wall, but lost Mardi Gras by 1 point.
A little angry, a bunch of juniors held a sit-in in the middle of the dance floor. It didn't help, though. It was just a single point we could never make up for.
Well, once Mardi Gras was over, the year really started to move fast, until the ASVAB. What a test.
Yeah, how many people know exactly how a battery works? Not many.
In the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers won their 5th Super Bowl over the San Diego Chargers.
Next in our junior year came Snow Extravaganza. We proved that we didn't really care about it when we grabbed 4th place. The best part was playing mud football and soccer and seeing Brian Henderson and Jason Anderson represent our class for King's Court.
Around this time, someone must have had a death wish for President Clinton. Frank Corder, an unemployed truck driver, crashed a small plane on the south lawn of the White House. I wonder why he was unemployed. Also, some other psycho just busted out and started firing shots at the White House.
And of course, we can't forget about Michael Fay. You know, the guy who one day was so bored that he decided to spray paint a few parked cars. But the downside, Singapore isn't too big on graffiti, and we all know what happened to good old Mike. 4 cracks with the rattan cane. Ouch.
Then, in April of '95, occurred the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history, the Oklahoma City bombing. 169 people were killed. In May of that year, Port Huron Northern sent Ali Ahmad, Missy Petty, and Jody Relkin to the Seminar for Tomorrow's Leaders at Western Ontario University.
And at the end of that school year, we prepared ourselves for our final class elections. Our senior class officers were President Missy Petty, Vice President Rachel Kearns, Secretary Bobby Joe Smith, and Treasurer Cyrus Saeed.
Our summer started off with the Red Wings being swept by the New Jersey Devils in the Stanley Cup Finals.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame opened in Cleveland, and
in baseball, Cal Ripken Jr. broke Lou Gehrig's record when he played his 2,131st consecutive game.
on a tastier note, M&M's got a new look. Blue M&M's were introduced, the first new color since 1949.
And of course, the O.J. Simpson trial was well underway.
Then in August, we received our schedules for our last year in high school, and we were happy. Our final countdown was about to begin.
Once school actually started, our smiles faded away when we met our POD teachers. Although we all learned a lot, it was news points that we really hated.
Pretty soon, we were happy again when the Student Council chose cities as its 1995 Mardi Gras theme. Our class chose to portray the Emerald City from The Wizard of Oz.
The class of '96 chose Carrie Hall, Shelley Frohart, and Bobby Jo Smith to represent our class on Queen's Court. We were all happy to see Bobby Jo shine when she was crowned the 1995 Mardi Gras Queen.
The next night at the dance, the class of '96 was finally awarded the barrel, a moment we had all been waiting for.
Later on in fall, jurors took only 3 hours to find O.J. Simpson not guilty. Finally, our Dame Time soaps will be back in full force.
Days of Our Lives. The three remaining Beatles, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, created the Beatles Anthology. Later, they released 2 brand new songs, Free as a Bird and Real Love.
In the movie theaters, Jim Carrey, famous for his craziness, collected $20 million for his new movie, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls.
Also, Waiting to Exhale received rave reviews as the first major film about African-American women.
As 1995 wound down, 1996 came in with a bang. We only had 5 months left of high school.
The first few months of the new year flew by until snow extravaganza arrived. The bad thing about it was that we got snowed in for 3 of the 5 days. It was still fun, though.
Yeah, even though we didn't win, it was great seeing Lucy Preston score the only touchdown for the senior girls football team, though. That was the only one scored all 3 years.
Soccer and volleyball were also great, but the best part of snow was seeing Nick Schmier elected Snow King. Our class was also represented by Brian Henderson and Kyle Prone.
Air Band came up next. It was a blast this year. Cheech and Chong won first place, but other great performances were made by White Zombie, the Beastie Boys, and the Jackson 5.
After Air Band and a few interruptions such as AP exams, senior year became strictly a countdown.
And now, as we sit here together for one of the last times as a group, take this time to look around you. Remember that kid that used to gross you out at lunch, or the giggly girls that sat behind you in math? Well, we're all part of the class of '96. And even though we're each taking steps in different directions, don't ever forget the memories you've made here. Cherish them. Thank you.
Here is Tim Reynolds and Sean Eagle, who will be passing on the infamous Cone Crew megaphone to junior representatives.
The Cone Crew. And passing in the spirit of the class of '97, we have chosen Mike McMillan and Nick Sansom to keep the spirit alive.
Now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Allen and Mr. Renner. They will be giving out the departmental awards.
This year, as in past years, the faculty of each department has chosen the student who they feel best exemplifies outstanding achievement in the various areas of Northern's curriculum. Medals awarded to the winners may be picked up outside the main office following the assembly. When your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all the awards have been announced. For the Vocational Business Education Award, Heather Barnes. Business Arts, Molly Lewandowski and Jason Wetzel. Art, Catherine Devendorf. Vocal Music, Masafumi Katafuchi. Instrumental Music, Sarah Slowinski. German, Don Dautel. Spanish, Karen Grinder. English, Kristen Casper. Social Studies, George Day. Yearbook, Hillary Bridge and Dana Catlett. Speech, George Day. Drama, Catherine Devendorf. TV production, Jody Rauken and Chad Schuler.
The next award really isn't a departmental award. It is the Linford Bond Science Award. Mr. Bond was a 40-year teacher in the Portland Area School District. Taught science at Northern and was a department head here. And in those 40 years, he never missed one day of work and was never late. This award is to honor the student with a high science achievement and dedication, and that goes to Tyson Smith. The departmental award for science is Shelley Frohart. The departmental award for mathematics, Sam Raisinen. For electronics, John Hills. Female athlete, Amy Brown. Male athlete, Kevin Hinton. Male physical education, Mark Buchanan. Female education department, Jennifer Holka. Please remember to pick up your awards, your certificate, or your medals. They'll be across from the main office after the assembly. Congratulations to all you outstanding students.
Now it's my pleasure to announce the academic scholar recipients. If you please stand, your name is read, and please hold your applause until everyone's name is read. Rachel Abernathy, Ali Ahmad, Jason Anderson, Hillary Bridge, Amy Brown, Andrea Burnell, Suzanne Cameron, Carolyn Crawford, Tiffany Datema, Catherine Devendorf, Michelle Frohart, Karen Grinder, Carolyn Hall, Sarah Kovach, Anna Jean McCabe, Melissa Papanaugh, Eric Prouse, Cyrus Saeed, Sarah Shippey, and Bobby Joe Smith. Congratulations. The State of Michigan Competitive Scholarship Program recipients. These individuals qualified based on their ACT scores. Those who received money have already been notified. Please stand, your name is read. Rachel Abernathy, Ali Ahmad, Juan Alonzo, Jason Anderson, Elizabeth Artman, Christy Baird, Andrea Baker, Gerald Barrett, Michael Beauchamp, Adam Bennett, William Bone, Monty Bormont, Mackenzie Bauer, Elizabeth Brandt, Kelly Brady, Hillary Bridge, Amy Brown, Mark Buchanan, Andrea Burnell, Margot Kane, Suzanne Cameron, Eric Carrier, Kristen Casper, Dana Catlett, Cameron Chapman, Carolyn Crawford, Dina Curry. James Daly, Tiffany Datema. Donald Dattel, Jennifer Davis. Catherine Devendorf, Jason Fletcher. Patrick Foster, Thomas Francis. Michelle Frohart, Mark Fuga. Michael Gladchen, Derek Goodman. Karen Grinder, Carolyn Hall. Mecca Hall, John Hills. Kevin Hinton, Andrew Horvath. James Hubbard, Jackie Hughes. Megan Irwin, Melissa Johnson. Azrath Joseph, Bethany Kemp. Tim Kennedy, Sarah Kovacs. Kevin Kozlov, Jeremy Kreis. Kathleen Lowenthal, Robert Lopez. Janelle Markle, Scott Maska. Shannon May, Anna Jean McCabe. Christopher McFarland, Aaron McLaughlin. Michael Mechtenberg, Matthew Miller. Aaron Norris, Christine O'Connor. Melissa Papanaugh, Eric Prowse. Lucy Preston, Samuel Resnick. Shelley Robinson, Joshua Rubin. John Ruthven, Sarah Syra Saeed. Christy Sharnu, Elizabeth Schaefer. Sarah Shippey, Sarah Slowinski. Bobby Smith, Tyson Smith. Wayne Stanislawski, Lisa Stein. Tricia Stein. Sarah Stevens, Amy Strauss. April Strauss. Michael Studer, Erica Thornton. David Tiffany, Brian Tingley. Brian Wagner, Jason Wetzel. And last but not least, Jeffrey Woolman. Congratulations. The following are scholarship recipients that we currently are aware of. The total is over $400,000. Please stand, your name is read. Rachel Abernathy for St. Clair County Community College Board of Trustees Scholarship and the Women's Life Insurance Society Merit Scholarship. Michelle Allen, Western Michigan University Achievement Scholarship. Elizabeth Artman, Hope College Alumni Scholarship and Daughters of American Revolution Citizenship Award. Andrea Baker, St. Clair County Community College, St. Clair County Association of School Board Scholarship. Elaine Folker Scholarship, Young Educator Society Scholarship. Sean Barton, St. Clair County Community College Athletic Scholarship. Adam Bennett, Grand Valley State University Award for Excellence and a Faculty Scholarship. George Bennett, St. Clair County Community College Quiz Bowl Scholarship. Mackenzie Bauer, Western Michigan University Achievement Scholarship. Elizabeth Brandt, Saginaw Valley State University Dean Scholarship, University Scholar Award. Amy Brown, Wheaton, Illinois, Wheaton President Award, Presidential Scholars Award, Tandy Technology Scholar Math Science Computer Science, and the United States Army Reserve Scholar Athlete Award. Eric Carrier, GMI Flint, Howard Axton Memorial Scholarship, Career Technical Competency Certificate Electronics. Dana Catlett, University of Tampa, UT Presidential Scholarship. Carolyn Crawford, Michigan State University Shell Oil Jobber Scholarship. Dina Curry, Cumberland College, Kentucky, Cumberland College Scholarship, Outstanding Academic Achievement. Jim Daly, Northern Michigan University Academic Honors Scholarship. Don Dattel, Michigan Tech University, University Room Scholarship. George Day, St. Clair County Community College for Quiz Bowl Scholarship. Catherine Devendorf, University of Michigan Regents Alumni Scholarship. Sean Eagle, Eastern Michigan University Athletic Scholarship. Patrick Foster, Northern Michigan University Academic Honors Scholarship. Shelley Frohart, Hummer College Valedictorian Scholarship. Karen Grinder, Indiana Wesleyan University Academic Scholarship, Kiwanis Government Bond Recipient, Young Educator Society Scholarship. Carolyn Hall, University of Michigan Regents Alumni Scholarship, Mathematics and Science Award, United States Air Force Recruiting Service, and the Principal's Leadership Award sponsored by Belfour. Brian Henderson, Football Scholarship, Ferris State. John Hills, Career Technical Competency Certificate, certified by the International Society of Certified Electronic Technicians, college on hold because of two-time state champion, national medalist, and winner of United States trials. John will train with a Panasonic Corporation in Tennessee for 1 year before representing the United States of America, the International Skills Championships in Switzerland in 1997. Congratulations, John. Andrew Horvath, Albion, Western Academic Scholarship, Music Scholarship, UNI Distribution Corporation Scholarship, and the Times Herald Newspaper Carrier Scholarship. Stacy Jones, Ferris State Residential Life Academic Scholarship, Renee Lapine, Cy Smith Scholarship. Robert Lopez, University of Michigan Merit Scholarship, Outstanding Hispanic Graduate Scholarship. Fred Manuelo, Sinclair County Community College Athletic Scholarship. Janelle Markle, Tom Smith Scholarship. Mike Mechtenberg, Heidelberg College Dean Scholarship, Career Technical Competency Certificate Electronics.